We're good? All right, we're good.
Yep.
Sorry, it took me a second because if you haven't been to the shop in a while, we've done some work. We've done some renovations. Things are different,
Yeah.
but in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
So we invite you to come down and check out the shop and look at some of the changes we've made. There's quite a bit going on. I can see to the very front of the store from here now. When I say the front, I mean the front on this side of the shop. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I can't see
The
the front counter.
Yeah.
But I can see the windows from the base side all the way straight back. We took out that huge, big drum head display that
we've
was there.
had for years.
That's been there since 2017.
2017. Yeah, would sound more correct. Yeah,
It was like early 2017.
yeah.
And that's gone. There's these new shelves up. And honestly, you don't even notice that we had to reshuffle all the other stuff around. Like, everything fits seamlessly into the shop.
Yeah.
We got a new wall full of cajones and just percussion related to that. All of our cymbal packs are nice and on display. All of our snare drums are out and very visible for everybody to find. So we've been making some really cool changes. The ukulele room is now the folk room. We're going to do some more painting in there, but you walk in there and banjos, mandolins, resonators, all the ukuleles you could want are all hanging up.
Yeah, I haven't made it in there yet, so I'll check it out later.
All the school band accessories are right now by that door when you walk into the side.
Yep.
So everything's right there by the clarinets and the trumpets where you would need it.
Yep.
The keyboard wall has been rehung, repainted, reorganized, like everything of this, the rhythm section of the store, so to speak. Bass, drums, keyboard.
Yep.
Some people, I understand, some people play keys like lead, but hey, it just looks very good over here.
Then you
Things are
got
coming together very well.
then you have the one with the whammy bar.
Yes. Yeah. So you get pianos with whammy bars, basses with Floyd Roses. Not here, but I've seen it. Jake's not silencing his phone.
Whoops.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So I know, well, as Jake pointed out to me, this week we were going to talk about Tama and Ibanez, and we were going to do a Hoshino episode. And I could say, oh, something else came up, and it's really cool and exciting. We want to talk about that. Really, I just forgot. And so, being honest about it. So we'll do that next week. We'll do the Hoshino episode. Remember, Hoshino is the distributor for Tama and Ibanez. We're going to do that next week.
Yes.
The reason it worked out well that I had accidentally pushed that off is because we had a very new, very cool release launched today, which doesn't really happen. Releases don't normally come out on Thursdays. And if I keep looking and not into the camera, it's because muscle memory has me looking all the way back there for where the camera used to be. But now you're right here.
And I also did forget to.
Oh, I'm not, yeah. But I keep wanting to just look back to where I've been looking at a camera for 8 months.
Yeah, it's close to a
6,
year
8
because
months.
it was the last string day. Is when we install it.
So, but now it's right here, probably 40 feet closer, and I just keep looking right past it, so I'm sorry. But today, like I mentioned, was a release day, which is interesting because releases don't normally happen on Thursdays, at least from Fender. Fender releases are almost always on Tuesdays. But this here is the Mark Hoppus Jaguar Signature Limited Edition bass. This one here is in Seafoam Green. These basses have an alder body,
And let me add that back.
the quarter-pound Seymour Duncan pickups. It is a C-shaped neck with a 9.5-inch radius, and like I said, this one here is in Seafoam. It has I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that in there, but it is a special Mark Hoppus neck plate on the back. You can kind of see it.
Yeah, and you can walk closer for.
This is true. Y'all ready for this? I can walk up here and show you things now. I can't really see it so well from where I'm at, but it looks like Cthulhu on his neck plate there.
Do I need to make the preview bigger?
No, it's just by the time I get that close, it's like I'm like looking down at a screen that I can't even see. That's all it is. It's just the angle of me looking at it when I walk closer.
We'll work on it.
So they make it in Seafoam Green and Vintage Sunburst. Mark Hoppus of the Blink-182 fame If you're not familiar with Blink-182, stop living under a rock. Right? I mean, it's been. How old are we? Like they're still doing stadium. They're playing stadiums right now, I believe. They're still doing stadium tours.
Oh yeah.
They're on tour right now.
I mean,
He's playing these basses. Tom DeLonge is playing his Strat. The Strat has a Seymour Duncan Invader humbucker. It is a hardtail bridge, 9.5-inch radius, also an alder body. As you can tell, they're kind of going for a theme here. We do not have any of the Tom DeLonge Starcasters in stock, though, but it's also a very similar concept. Pastel-type colors, very unique to them.
we just need a drum set now.
We need a drum set. Fender. Where's the Travis Barker drum set? You know, that's all we're saying. He had a Orange County percussion signature kit for a while.
Yeah.
That thing was massive. I remember one of my friends owned one, and that kick drum was like, it was a 22-inch diameter, but that thing was like 24, 26 deep. It was massive. No need for that. The DeLonge, there's actually nothing really different about the DeLonge other than you have the one volume knob. Also a nice little theme going back and forth here. But the Tom DeLonge volume knob has a treble bleed, which is nice because the Invader is a high gain pickup. So having that treble bleed on there is nice because if you're going to roll your volume down, it takes some of that harshness, some of that bite, some of that high end out of that pickup and makes it a more level bass. So you might be someone who maybe you don't dime your guitar. Maybe you want to pull it back about halfway and you are more focused on getting your drive out of your amp and your pedals and not really driving the guitar. You can pull back on here and you're not really going to lose a lot of tone or that brightness of that pickup because the treble bleed is going to bring it all down equally across the board. Things like that are cool. If you have a guitar and you'd like to do that, you can do that here in our repair shop.
Yeah.
Treble bleeding, changing out pots, capacitors, all that stuff. I'm about to bring in one of my own guitars to the repair shop. It has just standard capacitors in it, but I want to take them out and replace them with the Mallory capacitors. Mallory capacitors, from what I've been reading online, are brighter in tone, give you more of a crisp, high-end kind of thing, and I want to put that into one of my my PRS Special 22s. Just kind of give it a more brighter, kind of loosened up, vintage kind of sound kind of thing. So let's see here. Moving on. Since we're on the topic of signature style guitars, I thought I'd grab this one here because this was a long time coming. For a while, Dave Grohl had a Gibson ES, what do they call it? The ES-DG 35. It's the ES Dave Grohl 35. This is a very bright guitar.
Yeah.
I can see.
I know, it's really.
When I change it, I can see the lighting of the whole video change. This is crazy. This guitar here is a maple and poplar body. It is a C-shaped neck, 12-inch radius, a one-piece mahogany neck. Pretty cool. It is the US Burstbucker pickups, and it comes with what they're calling the Dave Grohl Epiphone hard case. The Pelham blue is such an interesting blue. There's not really a way to get a good clean of this because I keep seeing no matter how I move it, it's changing the whole video. So I'm just gonna hang it back up.
Okay, I'll add that in too, along with everything else.
But no, it's a very cool guitar. The 35 is a very nice guitar. The ES shape is a classic shape from Gibson, now inspired by Epiphone, inspired by Gibson. The Dave Grohl is a phenomenal guitar. It looks pretty spot on to the whole Gibson thing. So if you're familiar with Dave Grohl's music, the guitar is a phenomenal guitar. He's been rocking that Gibson for as long as I can remember. And of course, you may have noticed like the inlays are different. It's got like the Firebird style type headstock. So it's a little unique. So it's fun little piece there. We're gonna move on from that. We're gonna go over to this Gretsch. We all know I love Gretsch. Gretsch is a phenomenal guitar, all across the board. This one here is a Broadcaster from the Player Series. Not to be confused with the Fender Player Series. Fender Player Series come from Mexico. Gretsch Player Series come from Japan. This guitar here is a flame maple, backsides and top, double bound. The U-shaped neck, I love a U-shaped neck. If I could build any guitar from any company, I would make sure it had a U-shaped neck. It's just such a comfortable, playable neck, from all the way from the nut down to where the neck joint. Phenomenal guitar. I've always loved the Gretsch electronics and components for switching over to everything. Classic Bigsby. This used the Fultron. This uses Fultron pickups. So if you're looking for that classic chimey, jangly Gretsch tone, this is it right here. It has the was it Gretsch? Those Godos? Yeah, Godo locking tuners. Like I said, made in Japan. Comes with a hard case. Phenomenal guitar right here. The Gretsch Player Series. And you know I love a good Gretsch model number. This one is the G665NT. And then let's see here. This is fun. This guitar has been around a while, and this version of it was like one of the last iterations before I kind of got into doing music here and everything. This was from 2014. So some of the specs I wrote down were based off of someone received it as a 2016, and the models changed variably, just very, very small over the years, because this guitar started coming out for sale in 1998. The American Deluxe from Fender lasted from 1998 to 2016. I started working here in 2015, so it was about a year after I was here. They stopped selling these and started moving. I think that was when the Ultras first came out.
Yes, I think it was the. Maybe
it was the Performers, or the Pros, and the Ultras, I believe, because it went from Standard and Deluxe to Pro and Ultra, and then in 2020 was the Pro 2s.
Yeah.
And the Ultra Luxe. So, little version history there of Fender. But this is the American Deluxe. These guitars, what's interesting about this is nowadays if Fender upgrades an existing model, they seem to just call it a 2. Player to Player 2. Pro to Pro 2. You know, and so those things progress, they move up, they just get a 2 after it. The American Deluxe, all the way from 1998 to 2016, rather than being called a Deluxe 2, they did various versions. So like if they had a special edition or a limited edition come out, they would call it a Plus, or they would have a different name for it variably, because it might have had a different finish or different pickups, or an HSS versus an all single coil. Some of them had locking tuners. Some of them, because the necks are cut through CNC and then they were hand finished, the edges might have been rolled on the fret edges more than others. The notes I do have here is, so like this one, because it's a pre-2016, does not have the S1 switch. If you got one from 2016, 2015, 2016, it had an S1 switch built into it. These do have a C-shaped neck. However, I want to say it's 9. I don't really feel a radius. That might just be. Oh no. I think it's 9 to 12. 9.5 to 12. The 2016s were 9.5 to 14, but this feels 9 to 12. And I don't think this has the noiseless pickups. So we'll have to go through and fine comb detail this one. Because when I looked it up in the computer, it said 2016. That is a 2014. So we'll have to make a note, Jake, if you don't mind. We'll go through and fix that up. The great news is the price doesn't change.
Yeah.
An American Deluxe, whether it's from 1998 to 2016, the prices are still the same. So we'll dig into that one and look it up. But if you're interested in that guitar, it's got that nice Sienna type burst on it. Looks great. If you ever see a guitar, usually this is pre-used photograph. This green tape just indicates that there's something on the guitar that we want to get a picture of or highlight. And honestly, I think this is just because it has not a blemish, but it has a little tan line from when it had a in-store sticker on the pick guard, and so it's been bleached, and so when that comes off, there's just that color of what the pick guard used to be.
Yeah, that's what I took a closer look, and just that was what it was.
Yeah, so that's all that is there. Nothing wrong with that. That's kind of standard for buying used guitars. I've got an Epiphone over there that I cleaned up really nice. It's got a gorgeous flame maple top on it. The only thing I really hate is that it's got that circle on the pick guard. So I've been looking for a pick guard to swap out on there. Let's see here. Let me see what I'm doing on time. If my phone would work. That's the problem with being a musician, having all these calluses on your fingers. Sometimes the very tip of your finger doesn't work on your phone screen. In case you didn't know. It's an everyday issue for me. I have to like use the flats of my fingers to use my phone. People that don't know me are like, why do you swipe your phone that way? I was like, because I have to. I don't have a choice. Nothing else works. Sorry. Let's see here. Oh, I got one more left, and I pulled it out of the back last minute, so guess what? I don't have notes for it. Again, this is a Celsius. I feel like I need to make that disclaimer every week now. This here. Can I get close enough for people to see?
Yes. Yeah.
See? It's a Celsius. It's not a White Claw.
Mine's just Royal Milk Tea.
Royal Milk Tea.
Yes.
Milk tea?
Milk.
Like a can of tea that has milk in it?
It was infused.
We'll talk about it later. Well, I'm infused with this bass. This is a Squier Affinity 6-string bass. This thing is massive. I love this. Jimmy, if you're watching, you watch every week. You haven't commented in a while, so if you're watching, this one's for you. Like, you need to come check this out. These come in, I think it's $329.99. I'm going mobile. One second.
Yeah,
$329.99. And I know even Jake was a little confused when I pulled it out of the box because I always talk about the bass 6.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, have you talked about that before? I was like, no, this is a 6-string bass.
An actual
Squier 6-string jazz bass. These are rare. These don't happen often at all.
Yeah, because it's normally the other one.
Yeah, the bass 6, and even then, that had been a while. So now that that's back in regular rotation, I don't know what they're doing, but they're killing it right now. We have, I don't think we talked about it in the live stream. I could go get it. We have a Starcaster on the other side from Squier, and it's in this like, hey, Jimmy, you're here. I got your new bass right here. It's under $500. It feels great. The neck is nice and thin all the way through. This is great. I love it. I pulled it out of the box and told Jake, like, should I buy it? You know,
No one for the bingo.
I don't know if it's. I don't know. It's really nice. The tuning stability is great. The black metallic finish on here is really cool. They did a great job with this. The pickups are wild. Looking at a wide format 6-string J-bass pickup is blowing my mind. I don't even know. If you wanted to upgrade that, you'd probably have to look into...
It is a very good question.
I'm going to go on a limb and say Nordstrand. Is that the name of the company? They have, I know it's not Nordstrom because that's the store. Yeah. I think it's Nordstrand. I forget how you say the name, but they have pickups in Ibanez basses. I can't remember the name of them. It's close to that, something like that. But I'm pretty sure.
I think it is that.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure if I had to guess on one company that would make a 6-string J-bass pickup, and my guess is it'd be Nordstrand, whatever. My guess is they would be the company to do it. But this is pretty cool. Like I said, it's a very rare piece. It doesn't happen a lot.
No.
I saw it come through the door, and I had to be like, what? No way. And so this is really neat. I'm like, it's very rare that we have this awesome lineup of guitars, and I'm hung up on the Squier. Like, this is... But it's a killer piece. And as soon as this show's over, I'm not putting it in the back in the warehouse. I'm working it onto the sales floor. It's going to be on the floor somewhere. So.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say it's going in the back. I'll get it tomorrow.
No, it's going on the floor. Someone needs to come and buy it. I'm not going to buy it. I don't have too many guitars right now, but I need to rearrange and figure out where things are going to go before I buy more. Let me say that.
Okay.
There's never too many. You can't tell me there is.
Timer has started.
There's no limit. The limit does not exist. Isn't that, that's from something. What's that from?
Probably a lot of things.
Someone tell me what it's from. I don't know. I think that's it. We got the recap. So American Deluxe. This is a 2014. It even has a 60th anniversary 2014 backplate on it. Was that 60 or whatever? Yeah, that'd be 60. For the Strat, yeah, because we have all the 70th anniversary Strats over there right now. Because, 2014 was 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
So also, if you haven't checked out those 70th anniversary Strats, we got a couple of them. They're pretty cool. We still have that 70th anniversary Strat in the Antigua burst.
Mm-hmm.
That might be on my list. That's on my list. That's woo. All right. The Mark Hoppus Jaguar bases, the Jag base, so to speak, with the Seymour Duncan quarter-pound P-base pickups. It's gonna pack a punch. Very nice. We have in the Sunburst and the Seafoam Green, both with pearloid pick guards. Both of them on the gig bag have his little Cthulhu logo. So, the Tom DeLonge Strat with the Invader humbucker pickup. Remember, it's got that treble bleed in the control there. The Dave Grohl ESDG 35 with the, what did I say, those Pro Buckers? Burst Buckers. I was thinking of a guitar we just took in on trade. We just took in an Epiphone 61 reissue SG in that matte Alpine white finish. It's got the gorgeous classic brown case with the pink exterior. And that's what I was thinking of because I helped Brian look that up, and that has the US Pro Buckers in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a phenomenal guitar, by the way. The Epiphone Standards that run about $1,000. We just took one and used. It's probably going to be $700 maybe, something like that. Somewhere between 6 and 7. If you're looking for a great SG, but you don't want to go too low on the Epiphone, but you don't want to go over 1200 with Gibson, check that out. I got that used one we just took in. Come by, because I actually might buy that. It's such a nice guitar. You can drop tune it. You can play it in standard. It's really lightweight. It comes with a gorgeous the hard case alone would put you up to the value of buying one brand new. Like it'd be. On second thought, it's $800. I'm just kidding. I'm not raising the price on the live stream. That'd be. The Gretsch Broadcaster Player Series. And remember, Player Series from Gretsch means built in Japan. Player Series from Fender means built in Mexico. Let's see what else we got going on. We have the Holiday String Giveaway. I've talked about it on every episode so far, but I like to keep bringing it up. November 16th, bring in a non-perishable food item. Get your guitar restrung for free. Minimum one item. We keep track of weight, not quantity, but it is one guitar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just one guitar. One guitar.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
What else is coming up? We have a sale going on right now. It's even on the bottom of my screen. Right now we have a sale going on. Beat the rush, so to speak. Now through... Oh, I don't have the dates on there.
No, you do not.
Oh. What's today?
Today's Thursday.
I think it goes to the 14th.
Today's
The
Thursday.
3rd to the 14th. Does that sound right?
I'm pulling it up.
That's... I think it's 14th.
Yeah, it's 14.
Yeah. Boom. Memory. Look at that. We're doing 10% off the whole store minus a few certain things. Some companies have items that are already on sale. You can't add discounts. It can't be applied towards something you just bought. It can't be applied to something that's not in stock. It's got to be something in store, right? So maybe you're a big Blink-182 fan. It's on sale. Maybe, Jimmy, you need a 6-string Squier jazz bass. Well, it's no longer $329.99. It's $329.99 minus 10%.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're doing the sale. In stock, cannot be applied to other discounts and sales, cannot be applied to something you bought last week. I don't know why I have to say that, but for some reason I have to say that. I have to let people know that just because you bought something a week ago doesn't mean it's on sale now. You bought it a week ago. We didn't even know this sale was happening until yesterday. So, sorry. Jake, am I missing anything?
Not that I can think of.
I don't think so. I think we're all caught up. I think we've gone through everything. Next week we will do Tama and Ibanez.
Okay.
I promise. Tama and Ibanez. We're going to just keep saying it, and then hopefully I won't. Try not to let me forget.
Forget what?
Great. And then let's see what else we got coming up. I think that's it. I don't think we have anything else coming through. You like that bass and the growl. Well, guess what, Jimmy? Do I have the deal for you? I'll sell it to you all at 10% off. Right? Yeah?
I mean,
That's a pretty good deal. I'm not here tomorrow, though, so you got to come see me Saturday. I'm off on Fridays, folks. Although I tend to be here almost every day I'm off. Except tomorrow, I will not be here. I don't want to hear Jake. Jake, I know you have to say something like, no, you're going to be here. I won't. I won't be here.
I have a feeling you will.
You can always call or text me, though. I'll still help you out if I'm not here. So, yeah, we close here at 6. I am off on Fridays. Other people are always here to help out. You can call me, Facebook me, email me if I'm on my days off. If I'm not here, I'm happy to help you get something. Even, after hours. If you know how to get a hold of me after hours, you can hit me up. I'll do what I can to help you out. I don't mind. I really don't. For those of y'all that don't know, I guess some of y'all might know, this has been home for me for a while now. And it's partly because of all the stuff I do for this place outside of these hours. These doors are closed. I'm still working on things. I'm still talking to people. I'm still working on moving product and talking to sales reps. And my pulse is on the environment of our industry because I'm always trying to figure out what's coming, what's next, what's out there. The number of times during these shows I got to bite my tongue because I'm about to talk about something that no one's supposed to know about yet. And, it's hard. I'm surprised I have never slipped up. Right?
Yes.
We've not had one episode where I've talked about something I'm not supposed to talk about. It's pretty great. No spoilers here, folks. A new Marvel movie's coming out. I'm not ruining it for you. Company's going to come out with a whole new line of guitars in the next week and a half. I'm not ruining it for you. Another company that we really like is going to put a whole product line of guitars on sale from halfway through this month through the end of the year. I'm not telling you who it is.
But you know what we can talk about? Stringjoy.
Stringjoy! We are a Stringjoy service center. Good tie, Jay. So here at Island Music Company, the details are coming together. We're working everything out, finalizing it. But starting very soon, my goal was for October 1st, but it kind of slipped through the cracks.
A lot's going on.
Yeah, we've been busy. People are sick. We're renovating the store. We're training new people.
Improve systems.
We're drinking a lot of energy drinks.
Well, you are.
We collectively.
Other than me.
It's not, look, at any day you can come into the shop and there's probably 4 energy drinks on the front counter.
Yeah.
It's not an exaggeration. Now I'm just rambling. Anyways, details coming soon about how all this is going to come into play, but we are going to be a Stringjoy service center. One of a kind of thing, by the way. Basically, you bring your guitar, your bass into Island Music Company, and unless you specifically say, I like Ernie Ball, I like D'Addario, I like Elixir, I like Labella, I like DR, you get the point. Unless you specifically request a certain set of strings or want a certain kind of string on there, our fine friends at Stringjoy have hooked us up with a large inventory for our repair shop, and we will be supplying Stringjoy strings for your guitars. So it's really great. It's a fun way to do it. I love Stringjoy. I've been a huge fan even before we started carrying them. So thank you, Chris and Matthew at Stringjoy. You guys have really hooked us up on this project, and thanks for the partnership of that as well. My personal favorites when it comes to them, I really like using the 1048s instead of the 1046. I just feel an even balance of tension going across all the strings that way, and my electrics never really go out of tune. On my acoustics, I've been using the 1254s instead of 1253, which tends to be the industry standard. You're right, Jimmy. I should get paid by Celsius. What up? Celsius. This should be their motto. Celsius. It's not White Claw. Anyways, back to Stringjoy. But no matter what gauge string you get, as long as your guitar is set up by our technicians here at Island Music Company, you get this even balanced tension field that goes across from E to E, or whatever tuning you use, 1 to 6, high to low. It's this balanced tension field that goes across the whole board. Everything comes out clear. Everything is clean. I've had lifelong fans of certain brands of strings come in, buy Stringjoy, and start using other things. I've had customers that I haven't seen in years start coming back into the shop because we have Stringjoy strings. Sometimes you just get comfortable with what you have, but Stringjoy is something new and exciting for them, so they're back. So Stringjoy is really cool. We have in all kinds of variations. We have the signatures, which are their regular nickel mount electric strings. We have the orbiters, which are their stronger. I think they're steel. I have to refresh my memory on that.
I think they're coated.
They're coated, yes. Good call, Jake. The Naturals, which is just standard phosphor bronze. The Foxwoods, which are the coated phosphor bronze. They have 80-20 strings. They have mandolin, banjo, all types of product out there. So come on in, drop your guitar off here at the repair shop, and you will get restrung with Stringjoy strings, and it'll be a fantastic upgrade to what you're doing. So, Jake, you look like you're dying over there. What's going on?
The song right now is "Missing You" by Blink-182.
Oh, Blink-182, yeah. So come in and buy one of these guitars. The Mark Hoppus bass, the Condalong Strat. Let's just wrap. We might as well wrap it up here. We got Blink-182 playing. We got Blink-182 guitars for sale. That's it. That's the show. I've been rambling a while now. Oh wow, yeah. If y'all are still watching, thank you. That was last time I looked at my phone. It was 17 minutes ago, and I've talked about guitars a little bit since then. So we're gonna wrap up. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Jack.
My name is Jake.
And Bob Joyce is definitely Elvis. We'll see you next week when we talk about Thelma and Ibanez.